Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams you can run for the Necrodrakon boss. We're going to begin by talking about the more free-to-play friendly teams for common 2 difficulty and then move on to the overall top teams of today. So the first team from Fade here is very free-to-play friendly, not using any Celestial Hypogeans, just using Sinbad, hopefully if you haven't built up. Sonya buffing up Sinbad and Mikola Hugin behind the Sinbad and Kruger in the upper left hand corner with the Dragon Roar artifact. Try to level up your Dragon Roar artifact to the maximum level possible. And as always, in today's Dream Realm, the level cap is going to be 411. So try to get, ideally, your whole team to 411. But even if you can get 1 or 2 heroes to that higher level mark, it is going to make a big difference. Try to get your Sinbad and Sonya up to level 411. Those are going to be the 2 big damage dealers for this fight. And if you can get another one, try to get Mikola third. Okay, so in the end, Hugin is going to die. Sinbad is still alive. Sonya is alive as well. We're going to get the clear here. However, at a lower level of investment and resonating level, it might not be possible for you to clear with this team. However, it still is going to get you your top score, one of your top scores for common 2, if you don't have, for example, the twins or Rainier built up to a high enough level. So this is a really good team, and again, credit to Fade for it. I'm going to go ahead and give it another run on the hard difficulty, and then I will show you another free-to-play team version, which might be even better than this one. For even common 2. Okay, so on hard difficulty, we're going to get a 1,937 million score with this team, which is actually really good, going to put us into the top 10 ranking. Okay, now moving on to the other 3 teams. Now, these teams are the overall best teams for, they can work in common 2 and they can work in hard difficulty. So if you have the twins built up, these are the teams that you should think about running. So we have Pro Epi and Shadow Rangers team. This is pretty budget friendly team, only using the twins, No-Reinier on this team. Sinbad and Sonya on the Stellar Bond, Mikola up front, Kruger to the left corner with the Dragon Roar artifact, Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left. This is also a very good team, and also budget friendly because it's not using Rainier. The other teams I'm going to show you after this will be using the twins and Rainier at Mythic Plus, and then eventually even Cryonaia as well, which is kind of crazy. But this is a really solid team. This is probably going to be, for the majority of players out there, this is probably going to be your overall top performing team. All it takes is for you to have the twins built up. Ideally, you want them Supreme Plus, but probably they would work even around Mythic Plus. You can try them at lower Ascension here as well. But looking at this, wow, the team actually wiped. We didn't get great RNG here, 1.8 billion damage. There's going to be RNG in this fight, you're going to see, because your heroes all get really low, and then they take a lot of damage. Okay guys, so we have a 1,988 million damage score with this team. I believe it can go even higher than this, but we're going to stop there because there's RNG on all of the teams and I want to use all my runs on the overall top team of today. Okay, we have another great team. This is going to be really good if you have Rainier at Mythic Plus and if you have the twins belt. Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left. Rainier is going to be position swapping Sinbad and Dragon Roar artifact. Now, as for the positioning of Kruger, people have reported different things. Some people say this positioning Kruger in front of Rainier is best. Some people say Kruger right up in the front is best. And some people say Kruger in front of Sonya is the best. So if this is your overall top team, assuming you have Rainier, Mythic Plus and the twins, it will be your top team. What you can do is you can do some experimentation with the positioning of Kruger and see which one is working the best for you. Like, because you'll have 20 runs, you can just run this 20 times in the 3 different formations, Kruger in those 3 positions we talked about, and then see which one is doing the best for you. But because I'm going to be using most of my runs on the overall top team, which is not this one, then I'm not going to be able to test all of those. So yeah, that's basically it. But you're seeing here, okay, now everyone dies except for Sinbad and Sonya, but they're going to survive for this additional 20 or so seconds, and that is going to be a lot higher damage. Like, looking at it, already 2.4 billion damage. That shows you the power of Rainier. Now, the team that we showed before this, we got up to a maximum 1.988 million. I think that with more runs, it has potential to get even higher than that based on the RNG. But this team is really, really solid. And it looks like Kruger in front of Rainier is doing maybe the best because this is a crazy score. But the top player in my server is 2,700, but that is with the pay-to-win Cryonaia team. So 2,400 with the just Rainier Twins team, I think is really good. It's a really solid score. So we're going to go ahead and now take a look at the overall top team of today, which is from China. This is going to be the Cryonaia team. Reinier going to position swap Cryonaia, blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Chimera and Sonya on the Stellar Bond. Try to boost up the levels of your Chimera and maybe even Cryonaia, but really Chimera is the one who's going to be dealing the most damage. Try to get the charms onto Chimera, which we've already talked about, and I have the charms on Sonya, but I don't think they matter that much. This is with the Elder Bow spell to increase range damage from Cryonaia and Chimera. So let's see what we can get on our first run. This is the overall top team of today, but it needs Cryonaia. If you do not have Cryonaia, then it is not a good idea for you to run Chimera in Necrodrakon. But that's crazy. Cryonaia basically allows you to use Chimera in a boss which normally you should never be allowed to use Chimera in. Necrodrakon and even Elusia. If you guys remember from the previous season, Cryonaia allowed Chimera to be used as the best option in Elusia, which doesn't make logical sense, but okay, so we got 2.248 on our first run. That is not a good score. So there's going to be a lot of RNG in the teams that we showed today, and that's why you just have to pick your best team in the order that I talked about them. If you have like all the options, this is your best team. You're just going to have to play it enough times until the RNG lines up in your favor. But if you have just Reinier Mythic Plus and the Twins, the previous team we just showed you that got our 2.4 billion damage and our top score of right now, okay, up to rank 2 position with 2,619 million on our second attempt, or was it third attempt? That's really good. Okay guys, so Frosty just cooked up 3 top performing teams for whether you have Reinier or even if you don't have Reinier, and this is pretty crazy. We're gonna begin with this team you see currently fielded. This is the most budget friendly version, no Reinier required. Blue turn on the right and pink turn on the left. Sinbad and Sonya on the Stellar Bond and Bonnie off of it with the Mikola. Basically, rather than Kruger, it is running Bonnie for additional damage, and I will also upgrade the level of Sinbad just to min-max our possible score here. Let's take a look at it with the Dragon Roar artifact. So yeah, basically this video is going to be a bit of a longer one because there are a lot of teams which I am showing. I still do want to show the Kruger team I already showed early in this video because it can be a good option maybe if you don't have Bonnie upgraded. However, if you have Bonnie upgraded, this is apparently gonna be outperforming that Kruger team, and basically this is gonna be considered the overall top No-Reinier team in the game for Necrodrakon. And again, this could be used on common 2 difficulty, I'm sure, if you want to try and get the clear there. Okay, Mikola's gonna go down right here, but we're gonna keep everyone else is alive, which is really good. Sinbad is still alive, 25 seconds left. There we go. Most allies are going to die, but Sonya is still somehow alive. Looking at the score, 2.263 million damage for a No-Reinier team is actually insane. This is definitely making it probably the overall best No-Reinier team currently in the game for Necrodrakon. Okay, that is amazing. Now what we're going to do, we're going to now show you the pay-to-win teams that Frosty has come up with, which are getting crazy scores, almost closing in on 3 billion damage, when currently we're at 2.6 billion damage as our maximum score. So they're basically going to be 2 team formations. This one is going to be if you have a Mythic plus Reinier. He says having Reinier on the tile in the back is going to be better. However, if you have a Supreme plus Reinier, it will be better to have Reinier 1 tile up in the front compared to that one. Other than that, the formation is going to be exactly the same. Blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Bonnie and Chimera on the Stellar Bond with the Cryonaia here as well for her damage with the Elder Bow spell. No doubt this is also going to have RNG just like the previous Cryonaia team that we showed, because you need Cryonaia to survive long enough to cast 2 ultimates to maximize her damage. But apart from that, the damage is going to be higher running the Chimera and Bonnie combo together rather than Sonya in this position. And like we mentioned, Reinier on this tile with Supreme Plus. If your Reinier is not Supreme Plus, then have him on the tile behind. But of course, Reinier needs to be Mythic Plus in both of the comps that you're running yeah, in these top teams. So let's go ahead and boost the levels of Chimera and get into this run. So we have quite a few runs left, and this is why I like to save runs, because yeah, I told you guys once we hit a pretty good score, which was the 2.6 billion, we're gonna be done for right now. And then I checked Discord and these comps were already posted, so I was like, let's add them to the video. So Cryonaia is gonna get her first ultimate off. Now the question is she gonna get off her second ultimate, or will we need to do some more runs to have that RNG happen? So Reinier is gonna go down. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not. Cryonaia goes down as well, so that is not going to be a great score. So we're going to have to do some skip runs and have the magic happen. But this is crazy, right? Even when you get the worst possible RNG, we are almost tying our record score. And that shows you how strong this comp is. Okay, so we're going to do some skip runs. We need to get that good RNG, which is not as easy to hit as you might think. There we go. Rank 1 position, we hit, I guess we hit the good RNG, 2791 million. But I think there's potential to be higher than this. This is not actually the absolute perfect RNG. So we're going to do a couple more runs of this one. 2826 million, that one's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at this replay and see, is the RNG perfect or is there some way of improvement? Wait a second. Yeah, Cryonaia is going to be teleported to the front. That's normal. Then she's going to cast her ultimate. Now, is she going to cast her second ultimate here? I'm assuming she does, because otherwise how would we get that score? And you need the Rainier to kind of live. And maybe that's why having him on a tile 1 behind is overall better. Does she get off her second ultimate here? I think she does. Yeah, okay, so she gets off her second ultimate, but Rainier still goes down a bit early. And I think that could be, make a bit of a difference. Yeah, I think that could make a bit of a difference. Okay. Okay, guys, so we did some more runs. The overall top score I was managing to get is 2.828 billion damage, which is a really good score. It basically had almost the best RNG. Cryonaia was able to cast 2 of her ultimates, but the Rainier was not able to survive, basically. But yeah, I think overall this is probably as much as you can hope to get. And by the way, I did one run of Rainier behind the position that he was in, and it got almost the same score. So like, this is also a totally viable position. And like I mentioned, Frosty said, it's better if you have a Mythic Plus Rainier to have him 1 tile back, like as in this formation. But yeah, basically this is the new overall top team. Bonnie is actually doing really well for Necrodrakon, making her even better than Sonya in that comp. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the score. We have 1 run left in case some other crazy team comes out, but I find it unlikely. I think that this is really kind of optimized right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. Hopefully running these teams, you're able to get a top score in the Dream Run boss today. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's the link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.